Well, with Super Showdown just a few short days away, everybody on the blue brand is excited and ready for that event, along with everybody here in Lexington, Kentucky. How are you all doing? My name is Dominic, of course, behind the commentary table, and this is the final SmackDown before Super Showdown, and I can't wait to see what chaotic action is set to take place here tonight. And to kick off the show, well, is a match that has pretty much been revolving around the chaotic energy, the constant attacks and brawls between these two men, Rusev and Aleister Black, his long-standing rival. Okay, the rivalry recently, due to that man Rusev's attack on Aleister Black following his match a few weeks ago, was brought back into the spotlight, and right now Rusev, before this match even starts, Rusev, as he is set and prepared for a war, had something to say over on the old Twitter machine. He took to the oh-so-famous website or app, depending on how you're using it, and he had to say this: Aleister Black, every bad thing in my life can lead back to you. You took my World Heavyweight Championship. You used me as an example when you returned. Well, that's not happening anymore. Now it's my turn to take away everything from you. So as Rusev stands in the ring, ready and seemingly anxious to, quote, take everything away from Aleister Black. Aleister Black, the oh-so-eerie. Okay, he returned a few months back and handily beat Rusev in his return match before going on to defeat The Undertaker, the legendary Phenom himself, at Survivor Series. And that man, Aleister Black, ever since returning to WWE following his disappearance after his loss to the said dead man himself back at WrestleMania, Aleister Black has been on a mission, and that seemingly is to lay claim to being the top competitor on Monday Night Raw. And quite frankly, he's done a pretty good job at trying to say and spread that message. However, right now, Aleister Black is going up against a man who he has a lot of history with, a man who is coming into this matchup. He doesn't particularly care about being the top star, at least as of this moment it seems. Right now he just cares about tearing apart Aleister Black. Will he be able to do it? Or will that man right there once again prove why he is SmackDown's newest residential phenom? Okay, I believe he cemented that claim back at Survivor Series when he beat The Undertaker, finally ending their long-standing rivalry. However, right now, he's going up against a man who he's had a long-standing rivalry with, none other than Rusev. Is immediately out of the gate. Rusev explodes out of the corner, taking down Aleister Black. And oh god, Aleister, he is not looking good here. Oh my god. And a karate chop right to the top of the head by the Bulgarian Brute. As Rusev and Aleister Black gear up to fight, or should I say as Rusev is just beating the hell out of Aleister Black, I do want to remind you, as he takes him down and then takes him down again with the elbow right to the arm, right to the shoulder. I want to remind you that we have a lot of exciting action to get through on this go-home edition of Friday Night SmackDown. Okay, we've got Johnny Gargano taking on Jackson Riker. We've got Ember Moon taking on Sasha Banks. We've got Drew McIntyre taking on Daniel Bryan, and a lot more to get through. As, oh god, Aleister Black goes for the running knee strike, and oh, look at this. None of these strikes seemingly able to take down the big man, as Rusev is still standing. Rusev is still standing, just taking it like a champ right now, as Aleister Black gets met with the brute strength of Rusev, lifting him up, slamming him hard into the mat there, and Rusev is on fire. He goes for a kick, however, Aleister Black goes for another running strike. This time gets caught right there by Rusev. And then a chop right to the chest. However, he gets a knee to the stomach for his troubles. And Rusev is on fire here tonight against Aleister Black. Aleister Black, sure, he got a few good strikes in. However, it seemingly has been all Rusev here tonight. You can hear the crowd chanting Rusev Day. Okay, sure, even though Rusev, he may have some despicable acts up his sleeve, you can't deny that this crowd truly does love and respect Rusev's ability to decimate his opponents. As Aleister Black bounces off the top turnbuckle there. Oh, God. He gets met with a running right hook there by Rusev, and there you see, screaming out, and the raw intensity of Rusev is put on display. And now, oh, look at this. Look at the power. Look at the strength of Rusev. Just lifting up Aleister Black. Just lifting him, hitting him with those knees. Oh, God, and then just the follow-away slam there to Aleister Black. And Rusev, he's on fire. And oh, God, wait a second. Aleister kips up. Aleister kips up here. I don't know what's gotten into him, but oh, he takes down the big man. And Aleister Black now turns around. I don't know what's gotten into him, but he hit a big kip up there and perhaps going to hit for, perhaps an even more devastating running knee. But Rusev moves out of the way, goes for a punch. Oh, but he gets a forearm strike in response by Aleister Black here. And Rusev now, oh, what in the hell? What is this? Oh, God! Takes him down, and Aleister Black, there you see, out of nowhere. What a transition. The reverse Alabama slam before turning it there into the accolade. However, Aleister Black does get out of it. However, you got to think that transition by Rusev, okay, a very new variation of the accolade, in my opinion. I've never seen him do that before, that combination necessarily before. However, it was expertly done. It's just that Aleister Black got out of it, and now Aleister, rubbing his boot right on the face of Rusev, and Rusev is not looking good as Aleister Black, there you see, charges up into another running boot right to the face. And Aleister Black now, he goes to the corner, perhaps looking to finally hit that running knee strike that he loves to do so much. Oh, and again, Rusev reverses. Rusev once again moves out of the way. Oh, but Aleister Black, quick on the draw with that punch right to the face. Oh, but he gets a forearm for his troubles. As now, Aleister sends Rusev down to the mat on the outside. And now Aleister Black, there you see, the incredible agility by Aleister Black, launching himself over the top rope before landing hard on Rusev. And now here in a sold-out Kentucky crowd, they're all on their feet waiting for Aleister Black to get up. Oh, God! And as they're standing on their feet, Aleister Black launches himself knees first into the face of Rusev. Very close to count indeed. However, Rusev does get the shoulder up. Goes for a chop. But Aleister Black strikes back with a chop of his own. Turns him around. Seems to have something in mind here. However, now we go back and forth between these two men. As now, a knee strike once again by Rusev right to the gut. Oh, God, and then the kick right to the back of the skull. Aleister Black gets up. He's not looking so hot. However, Rusev, with a slap to the face. Goes for a kick. Ducks underneath it and out of nowhere. 1, 2, 3, out of nowhere. Aleister Black pulls out the black mass. Okay, Rusev going for a kick of his own. Aleister Black, his quickness put on display there. Ducks underneath. And as soon as he does it, I guess his brain just saw an opportunity. And what an opportunity it was. Out of nowhere, spins around, black mass, lights out. Rusev, once again, suffering defeat at the hands of Aleister Black. But my God, I'm going to have to say this. I think Rusev did one hell of a good job in that matchup. Okay, sure, he didn't get the job done. However, you can't deny that Rusev is an incredible performer, especially after seeing that matchup. It's just that Aleister Black, out of nowhere, black mass Lights out. Who's going to kick out of that? I have no idea. But that man, Aleister Black, sits in the middle of the ring as the winner in this very, very, very back and forth opening matchup to kick off Friday Night SmackDown. However, I mentioned it earlier, okay, we've got a lot to get through, starting off with Ember Moon versus Sasha Banks. Both women will be challenging Bayley for the SmackDown Women's title. What's going to happen when those two women collide here tonight? Ember Moon, Sasha Banks. A lot of heat between them. Can't wait to see what happens. And also, big time main event. Both of these men will be facing off against Kevin Owens, okay, in two separate one-on-one matches at Super Showdown. Drew McIntyre will be fighting Kevin Owens for his Intercontinental Championship. Daniel Bryan will be fighting Kevin Owens for the WWE Championship. Both men will be colliding tonight before those matches at Super Showdown. And you gotta think Kevin Owens just hopes that Daniel Bryan and Drew McIntyre absolutely decimate each other here in our main event. However, right now, it's time for some one-on-one action, as there you see EC3 and Jackson Ryker make their way to the ring. Jackson Ryker is going to go one-on-one against Johnny Gargano. Okay, EC3 and Jackson Ryker came out last week and said that they should be challenging for the SmackDown Tag Team titles. Okay, and in my opinion, they had a bit of a proper claim to the fact that they lost that SmackDown Tag Team Championship matchup against The Bar a few weeks ago, because EC3, following the disastrous, devastating for EC3's health steel cage encounter between EC3 and Drew McIntyre back at Survivor Series, okay? You could see it. EC3, he came out here taped up. He was definitely in a lot of pain. However, right now, EC3 and Jackson Ryker cannot focus on The Bar. They cannot focus on the SmackDown Tag Team titles, because right now they have to focus on that man, Johnny Gargano, a man who has promised to put Tommaso Ciampa away from his psyche. Okay, a few months ago, we saw him battle at No Mercy against Robert Roode, using that as a launching point to reinvent himself, to try and find the Johnny wrestling within him. And just yet, sure, he puts on tremendous matches. Definitely much better contests against his opponents. However, he still hasn't particularly found that it. He hasn't found the will, the Johnny wrestling within him. This man that was full of life before Tommaso Ciampa ripped his life apart, and right now Johnny Gargano, okay, he used that as a launching point against Robert Roode, and right now, perhaps he can use this as another launching point. We'll have to find out. However, right now he's going up against Jackson Ryker, and now Jackson Ryker, oh my god, there you see, using his raw power. Okay, Jackson Ryker definitely coming into this one with the power, and strength advantage. Johnny Gargano, perhaps the speed and more technical of the two men. Absolutely the quicker and more fast-paced of the two men. However, Jackson Ryker, he still also has an incredible amount of speed as well for a man of his stature. 1, 2. No, only a 2 count. Very quick into that fisherman suplex. Went to go for the victory, perhaps. However, only a 2 count on Johnny Gargano. As Gargano, here we go. With a kick right to the back of the leg. Bounces off the ropes. And oh god, look at Jackson, the raw power! Catching Gargano, throwing him into the ropes. And Johnny Gargano, there you see, very weakly trying to get up using the ropes. However, wait a second. Gargano gets sent into the corner again. Johnny Gargano not looking so good here tonight. However, wait a second. Perhaps he's making me eat my words, as Johnny Gargano makes Jackson Ryker eat his fist, punching him right in the mouth, right in the face. And now, wait a second, what in the hell? What is Johnny Gargano doing here? Look at that! Johnny Gargano, very unique competitor indeed. Putting that on display. However, there you see Jackson Ryker just like that. running at Johnny Gargano with the knee right to the stomach. But there you see Gargano trying to fight back here with the running enziguri. But Jackson Ryker takes advantage with the raw power. You can see it throughout the entire course of this matchup. It is definitely the power of Jackson Ryker versus the speed and unique stylings of Johnny Gargano. And right now, Jackson Ryker's raw power is absolutely doing a number on Gargano. Over Johnny Gargano with a punch right to the stomach, and then another punch there. Oh, but he gets a disrespectful slap right to the face. Oh, but then Johnny Gargano strikes back, springboard dropkick out of nowhere, and that disrespect by Jackson Ryker may just come back to bite him here. Okay, definitely perhaps an attitude that Jackson and EC3 share, the disrespect of everybody in their wake as Johnny Gargano, look at that, ducks underneath, leaps over there. Oh, showing off his agility. However, oh my god, Jackson Ryker. Okay, sure, I keep talking about his raw power and strength, but Jackson Ryker, indeed, he is very quick. Okay, you gotta remember that, and that's exactly what Johnny Gargano is being met with. The incredible combination of power and speed as Jackson Ryker, wait a second, about to get perhaps a backwards DDT perhaps, however, instead he reverses it into a suplex on the outside, crashing hard on the back and on the outside area here on SmackDown does Johnny Gargano. And Johnny now trying to fight back here perhaps with the elbows right to the stomach. However, now Johnny turns him around here. What is this? Oh, and he takes him down face first. Goes Jackson. And the count is 7 by the referee. Johnny Gargano running into the ring, perhaps seeing this as an opportunity. The count 8. Will he be going for a count-out victory? Not particularly a... Oh, wait a second. Not particularly something that I would expect from Johnny Gargano, but that is definitely something I would expect from him. The dive to the outside there, throwing caution to the wind does Gargano, and Johnny now sees this potentially as a victory for him here tonight. Goes for the cover. 1, 2... No, and only a 2 count there by Johnny Gargano. Jackson getting the shoulder up. And now Gargano seems to have something in mind. Picks him up. Oh, but Jackson Ryker takes him down. And now Ryker and Gargano once again back on that back and forth. Oh, what the hell matchup that they have been producing. And oh my god, Gargano gets sent into the mat there. Jackson Ryker producing a power bomb. And oh, wait a second. Wait a sec. Wait, what? Hold on, wait a second. Jackson Ryker gets set up here. What the hell? Johnny Gargano. Gargano escape on Jackson Ryker. As the Bar apparently deciding to agree that they should be getting a SmackDown Tag Team title matchup. And there you see Jackson taps out. But Johnny Gargano gets a victory. And I'll say this, perhaps with the aid of a distracting Cesaro and Sheamus, who made their way out here, apparently to say that they will accept the challenge. Apparently the Bar and we'll be taking on Jackson Ryker and EC3 at some point, and there you see Johnny wrestling Johnny Gargano. Perhaps he may just be coming back to that Johnny wrestling, those Johnny wrestling roots within him. Perhaps Johnny Gargano, off the back of this, can see this as an opportunity. But in the end, it seems as though EC3 and Ryker have just been handed an opportunity for the SmackDown Tag Team titles. Well, everybody, as you just heard, it seems as though Alexa Bliss, once again, wanting to reiterate the message that she sent a little less than a year ago following the WrestleMania pay-per-view. Okay, she was angry at that time because she wasn't booked on the WrestleMania card, but it seems as though Alexa Bliss, once again, wanting to remind the world that she is definitely guaranteeing that she will be on that WrestleMania card. Perhaps even hinting that she may cash in sometime before that. I'm not entirely sure. Of course, she is Miss Money in the Bank. However, right now, we must turn our attention to the SmackDown Women's title picture as, of course, this Sunday Super Showdown will hold a triple threat matchup between Ember Moon, Sasha Banks, and Bayley. Okay, Sasha Banks and Bayley, obviously really good friends. Sasha Banks costing Ember Moon her match against Bayley back at Survivor Series, leading Bayley to become the new SmackDown Women's Champion with this whole new attitude from both Banks and Bayley. However, right now, Ember Moon, she's going up against the other challenger for Bayley's title. None other than that woman right there, Sasha Banks. And it seems as though she has, of course, Bayley. I mean, what else would you expect? Sasha Banks coming out here with the SmackDown Women's Champion herself, Bayley, as Sasha is gonna go one-on-one, toe-to-toe against Ember Moon. You gotta think Ember Moon, she's just having steam blowing out of her ears. She is absolutely fuming at the sight of both Bayley and Sasha Banks together. And Sasha Banks, there you see her, okay, a bit of a new look for Banks. Okay, the new hair color, same thing for Bayley actually, new kind of look as well. However, right now, will that reinvention lead to victory for Sasha Banks here tonight against Ember Moon? Only one way to find out. Let's get into it. There you see her, Ember Moon, Sasha Banks. You can expect a fight from both women as Ember Moon right out of the gate, leaping into the air with that kick right to the face. Ember Moon absolutely heated coming into this one. Okay, very angry at both Banks and Bayley, costing her the SmackDown Women's Championship back at Survivor Series, with a steel chair being met with the face of Ember Moon while the referee was down by Sasha. And right now, Ember Moon blaming Sasha Banks for that loss, and she's going after her here with the running knees. My God, the kicks, the knees by Ember Moon. Okay, an incredible striker indeed. However, right now, Sasha, goes for a kick. She gets caught there. Ember Moon has her. Suplex, perhaps? No, turns it into a neckbreaker. And there you see the confidence, the swagger of Sasha Banks being shown here tonight. Okay, that confidence that she has never lacked, you could say. However, right now, Ember Moon going after Banks here, and Banks just drops down hard. Bayley on the outside, the SmackDown Women's Champion, knowing that these two women will be battling at Super Showdown for her championship. And you gotta think, Ember Moon, she's going into that one, and she knows the relationship between, Banks and Bayley better than anybody. You've got to think that, she's got that in the back of her mind. Okay, what exactly will happen when both Sasha and Bayley will be in a triple threat environment against her? As there you see it once again, Sasha Banks with that swagger on display, and Ember Moon not having it with the strikes. However, Sasha Banks strikes back with her own, and right now, here we go, the clotheslines into a kick there on Ember. And Sasha Banks now on display here with her incredible striking game. Okay, more known for her melee strikes with the knees. Okay, the Meteoras. And of course, the devastating Banks statement. However, right now, Sasha Banks trying to fight back here, trying to survive the raw fury of Ember Moon. As Moon there. Oh, well, there you see. Look at this. Bayley immediately taking advantage, talking a bit of smack towards Ember Moon. Moon saying to stay out of her way, following the flipping clothesline. And wait a second, Sasha Banks looking to use Bayley. Bayley's distraction to hit that devastating neckbreaker that she loves to do so much. Goes for the cover off of it. 1, 2. No, and only a 2 count. Typically, she follows it up with a bit of a roll-up style pinfall predicament. Okay, trying to catch her opponent off guard. However, instead, wasting a bit of time perhaps as Ember Moon tries to gain some offense here on Sasha, but Sasha strikes back, goes for a kick. Ember Moon goes for a kick of her own. Back and forth between these two women here tonight on SmackDown with the strikes. As Ember ducks underneath, has her in the power slam there, the thunderous slam by Moon. As now Ember, waiting for her to get up here, seems to have something in mind, throws her into the corner. And then the running knees again, right to the jaw of Sasha here. Oh, and then a kick for good measure by Moon, who seems to have something in her arsenal here, perhaps setting up for the Eclipse, waiting for Sasha to get up. And oh, wait a second, Bayley! And Bayley, come on! I mean, sure, Ember Moon, the history books will say that she got a victory here tonight, but oh god, it feels like Ember Moon's gonna feel like a bit of a loser. Oh my god, with the Bayley to belly! And now she's staring at Sasha Banks. And Banks waiting for her to get up here. Okay, calling her to get up, and oh god, not again with another Bayley to belly! Well, Sasha Banks and Bayley, they're set for action at Super Showdown against Ember Moon, but Ember Moon, she's definitely not 100% following that entire matchup, and of course not just one, but two separate Bayley to bellies. Well, either way though, next week here on SmackDown, no matter what happens at Super Showdown, we're going to be seeing the newest member of SmackDown's roster, Kairi Sane, versus Miss Money in the Bank herself, Alexa Bliss. And of course, before we get to that SmackDown, I've been talking about it all night as Ember Moon, okay, seeks medical attention right now in the ring. Okay, Super Showdown will be taking place Sunday, July 5th. You're not going to want to miss it. 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific. Mark your calendars. It's going to be one hell of an exciting event.
And this is a friendship that'll never ever end.
Well, quite like all of the messages from the Firefly Funhouse, once again, I I don't know how to properly react to that. The only thing I really think I have to say, as my duty, to try to sell Super Showdown to you. That's my job as commentator, not only to sit alongside you for the action, but to hopefully promote the upcoming action. But Bray Wyatt will be facing off against Jeff Hardy at Super Showdown. I guess the Fiend, not Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt doesn't want to do any harm. I'm okay with that. Okay. I'm gonna move on now. A little bit more terrified than before. However, Kevin Owens, to have some sort of a segue out of the always disturbing and an eerie Firefly Funhouse, is a little bit scared in his own right, but not particularly because of Bray Wyatt. No, more so because of Super Showdown and what lies ahead of him. Because you see, at Super Showdown, he will be facing off against both of these two competitors that will be beating the hell out of each other in our main event of the evening. As there you see, the Intercontinental Champion Drew McIntyre will be looking to successfully defend his championship against Kevin Owens at Super Showdown. But that's not all, because you see, Kevin Owens also has another matchup, another one-on-one encounter, this time with that man, his long-standing rival, Daniel Bryan, who is looking to take the WWE Championship away from Kevin Owens. However, right now, both Daniel Bryan and Drew McIntyre, they have to deal with one another. Okay, and you gotta think Kevin Owens just hopes that this match can go on as long as physically possible. You gotta think Kevin Owens, he just wants to see these two men batter the hell out of each other. For him, the best thing that could possibly happen within this matchup is that one of them gets injured, and obviously, I don't particularly want anybody on the roster to get injured. Okay, I do not want a serious injury for either of these two men. However, Daniel Bryan and Drew McIntyre will be beating the hell out of each other because they both have something to prove. They both want to show Kevin Owens, hey, I can beat this guy. Perhaps I can beat you as well. They both want to go into Super Showdown with as much momentum as physically possible. And right now, there you see Daniel Bryan on one corner, Drew McIntyre on the other. The crowd chanting for Daniel Bryan. And you can see the crowd definitely on the side of the #1 contender for the WWE Championship. But there you see the Intercontinental Champion takes down Daniel Bryan using his raw power. Oh, but there you see Daniel Bryan with the strikes of his own, ladies and gentlemen. Drew McIntyre and Daniel Bryan has a very similar dynamic to Jackson Ryker and Johnny Gargano's matchup earlier on. Oh my god, Daniel Bryan just gets launched across the ring there. Okay, and as I was saying, okay, these two men have a very similar dynamic to Ryker versus Gargano. And, oh, that being, of course, Daniel Bryan has the technical and speed advantage in this one, I would say. And Drew McIntyre has the raw power and size advantage. As right now, oh, McIntyre, the Intercontinental Champion, is also riding one hell of a wave of momentum following Survivor Series, following his win over EC3 inside the confines of a steel cage. Drew McIntyre, he's been on a roll lately, and right now he's looking to roll over Daniel Bryan as he throws him over the top rope. What in the hell is this? Oh my god! Reverse Alabama slam there by Drew McIntyre, sending Daniel face first into the mat before McIntyre once again shows off his brute strength. Drew McIntyre goes for the cover now. 1, 2, no, and the champion only gets a 2 count on the WWE Champion's next challenger. As McIntyre now Waits for Daniel Bryan to get up. He seems to have something in mind. Back suplex perhaps. No, but there you see Daniel Bryan showing off that agility. And now he's showing off the strike game with the kicks. And now Bryan sees this as an opportunity perhaps. Throwing Drew McIntyre to the outside. And Bryan now, launches himself feet first into the face of Drew McIntyre. And Bryan now sees this as an opportunity here on SmackDown. And Daniel now picks up Drew. Throws him into the corner, sees this as an opportunity. Will he take it, or will, there you see Drew McIntyre catches him there. Will that opportunity be squandered by the champion, by the Intercontinental Champion? As, oh my God, look at this. Oh my God, the raw power by Drew McIntyre just launching Daniel Bryan face first, stomach first, chest first into the mat there. However, right now, both men collide. Okay, the jaw of Drew McIntyre collides with the top of the skull of Daniel Bryan, but Bryan now goes to the outside. Bryan trying to make some sort of a comeback, perhaps. Drew McIntyre trying to lift him, and oh my God, Daniel Bryan showing some power there, lifting up Drew McIntyre. And now Daniel Bryan trying to continue building himself up here throughout the course of this matchup off the top rope. And there you see Daniel Bryan taking advantage, okay, realizing he was on the outside of the ring, seeing it as more of an opportunity as opposed to a hindrance. As right now, there you see, wait a second, Daniel Bryan having Drew McIntyre now in a submission hold, working over the leg perhaps of the big man, and that's perhaps not a bad strategy. Okay, if you can't stand, you can't fight. I've said that plenty of times before, and right now Drew McIntyre, showing that he still can stand. In fact, he can still lift up Daniel Bryan, the full weight of Daniel Bryan, before sending him crashing into the mat there with that suplex. And now, wait a second, Daniel Bryan now once again, another submission hold by the technical wizard of Daniel Bryan, the leader of the Yes Movement, trying to tap out the big man, trying to tap him out here. But Drew McIntyre using his power again to get out of it. And now, oh God, once again, going for it a second time. Using the ropes a third time in total in this matchup, the reverse Alabama Slam. And now Drew McIntyre goes for a strike. Daniel Bryan reverses with a strike of his own. And now these two men back and forth, here we go. And McIntyre now throws him, or perhaps not, as Daniel Bryan reverses the Irish Whip, sending him crashing into the mat there. And now, wait a second, now Daniel Bryan once again, another submission hold, trying to wear down the Intercontinental Champion, this time with an armbar now, Drew McIntyre. Oh, wait a second, looking to get out of it, and he does with the punches right to the face. Oh my God, and then the skulls collide. The thunderous headbutt, 1, 2. No, only a 2 count by the Scottish Psychopath. And Daniel Bryan is not looking too good. And McIntyre now waits for him. Okay, like a predator waiting for his prey. Before crashing into the mat, does Bryan with the back suplex. No, wait a second. He goes for a running attack perhaps. Perhaps a running knee, not entirely sure. However, oh God, once again, reverses that. Catching him in the suplex there by Daniel Bryan. And now McIntyre rolls to the outside, and Daniel Bryan, oh, wait a second, flies to the outside. Once again, seeing it as an opportunity as opposed to a hindrance, Daniel Bryan realizing Drew McIntyre rolls to the outside, and then he realized, you know what, I could use that to build a huge wave of momentum for myself, flying to the outside. Does Daniel, and now once again, up on the top turnbuckle, and he takes down Drew McIntyre. And as you can see throughout the course of this matchup, Daniel Bryan is definitely using his technical and agility advantage here, leading a yes chant, a chorus of yes chants throughout this Kentucky crowd. However, right now, Drew McIntyre and Daniel Bryan back and forth. What is this? Oh my God, catching him there, dropping him in the back of his head. Absolutely brutal, and you gotta think that Kevin Owens loved that sight. And right now, McIntyre, oh wait a second, Daniel Bryan, another submission hold, a very unique submission hold there, working over the arms of the big man, working over the shoulders. But there you see, instead he gets an elbow right to the face, does Bryan, and Drew McIntyre now kicks him in the gut. Wait a second, out of nowhere, Future Shock, The Future Shock DDT by the Intercontinental Champion 2. 3. No, and only a 2 count there. Out of nowhere, Future Shock DDT here in our main event of the evening, and it doesn't get the job done. There's Drew McIntyre. He wants Daniel Bryan up. Bryan slow to get up indeed. However, oh, wait a second. He goes from incredibly slow to incredibly quick with that kick right to the side of the leg before once again hits him there. Takes him down off the Irish whip, but now Drew McIntyre throws him to the outside with an Irish whip of his own. Goes for a punch. Daniel Bryan reverses. Enters the ring once again, this time not deciding to go to the top turnbuckle after being thrown to the outside. And McIntyre now, oh, wait a second. Goes for an attack. Daniel Bryan very quick as a cat there. Goes behind him here. And now, oh, wait a second, Daniel Bryan, what in the hell is this? Off the top German suplex. Face first, stomach first, chest first. 1, 2. No, and only a 2 count. What? A German suplex off the top turnbuckle there by Daniel Bryan, and Drew McIntyre now trying to fight. My God, absolutely explosive German suplex. And Daniel Bryan now, what is this? Running knee out of nowhere. 1, 2, 3, and he does it. Daniel Bryan pins the Intercontinental Champion here tonight, but oh my God, what a fight it was between both men in this thunderous main event here on SmackDown. Okay, Daniel Bryan showing off his agility and technical prowess throughout the course of this matchup. You could see it, okay? That is what eventually led to the victory for Daniel Bryan, perhaps. Okay, the constant innovation, the constant invention of maneuvers by Daniel Bryan, seeing every opportunity as nothing more than a moment in which he could find some sort of success in. And then in the end, Drew McIntyre, sure, he did one hell of a good job, hitting him with a Future Shock DDT out of nowhere, but then out of nowhere, Daniel Bryan, the running knee right to the face of McIntyre, gets the job done here. Daniel Bryan celebrates here tonight. However, oh God, wait a second, no. Oh, come on, of course, you had to expect this. The WWE Champion, Kevin Owens, now using this as an opportunity here. Pop-up powerbomb inside the ring. Now, oh God, wait a second. On the winner of this matchup, on the loser, he gets a package pile driver on the outside. The Intercontinental Champion gets taken down. The next challenger for the WWE Champion gets taken down, all by that man, Kevin Owens. And now look at this. Kevin Owens just dumps Bryan to the outside. Well, Kevin Owens deciding to make a disturbing promise here, looking to beat the hell out of both McIntyre and Bryan at Super Showdown. Will he do it? Tune in this Sunday to the event. And as we close out this episode with that man, Kevin Owens, the WWE Champion, on top of the world.